everyone, it's Natural Soleil. This PSA number 2 is about your comb and whether or not it is seamless. So let me give you an anecdote, a story that will make all of this PSA very, very relevant to you. When I started my hair journey, I had just become fully natural. This was early 2011. I was looking through my hair to do search and destroy. This is how you trim your hair if you're not regularly doing trims. You sort of pull out your hair like the strand and you look at it and you say, oh, look, there's a split end. Let me chop it off. Oh, look, there's a random raggedy hair. Let me chop it off. So I was doing that. And when I did that, it was like the first time I was doing it. I just big chopped about 4 or 5 months ago. I think it was like in May that I started to look at it. So I looked at it and I had so many split ends. I was flabbergasted. And I said, okay, where did all these split ends come from? So I started to look, okay, yeah, I know it's hair practices. What are people saying are some of the hair practices that cause these things? So people were saying, oh, when I had split ends, I was using a lot of heat. Well, I hadn't used heat at all since my last relaxer. I was using no heat currently, so it couldn't be that. They talked about brushing. I didn't even own a brush at that point, so it couldn't have been that. They talked about rough detangling. I took my time. I take my time when I detangle, so I knew it couldn't be that. And finally, someone said, you know what? It was my comb. I Googled, because Google has the answers to everything. And the person said it was their comb. And I was like, no way, how could my precious little comb that does nothing but just exists, how could it be the cause of all these splits? Well, if you look at your comb, this is super old. I have not used it. I just keep it here as a memory of what I just keep it. So you will see that the combs that have seams, they have like a little line down the middle. And then if you look at each tooth, they have like this jagged little line on each tooth. That is the seam. And that's the thing that I was using to comb my hair and rake against it. Even though it was wide tooth, I was using it to rake against my hair, and that was causing all the split ends. And I couldn't understand that. But when you think about it, 4B4C hair, or very kinky, coily, zigzaggy hair, is usually very fine. What that means is if you take a piece of thread and you measure your hair against that thread, it is going to be so much smaller. And I have hairs that are smaller than a hair that's smaller than the thread. So I have fine to super fine strands of hair on my head. And yet I was using this comb with these jagged, horrible teeth against it. And I was doing like this the whole time to detangle. And I was only using it to detangle. And I was literally shredding my hair. I had misstrand splits, all that kind of stuff. I stopped. I immediately got a seamless comb, and I started to use that whenever I detangled. I checked my hair again in November for a full check. I did not have those split ends. They were gone, okay? Because after I had cut them out, I only started using this comb. They were gone. So I still had some here and there, but not where every time I looked, it was just a split end. And so if you're having split end issues, I feel bad for you, son. Okay, no. But if you're having split end issues, look at your hair practices. If you're sure that your hair practices are not the things that are causing the split ends, but it might be something else, look at your comb. Look at your comb. And if your comb has seams, I bet you that that is contributing to your split end issues. So get rid of it and get a seamless comb. I know that it worked for me. I changed my comb. It changed my hair life. And I hope that if you re-examine, if you have split ends, you re-examine the kind of tools that you're using in your hair. This PSA number 2 has been brought to you by the letters B and C and the number 4. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I hope your day was filled with tons of soleil. 2 fingers sideways, y'all. Peace.